What is up, everyone? Welcome to episode 9 of Let's Be Real. Today, we're going to be getting into a topic that a lot of people, I don't think, really think about on a daily basis: death. So, with that, let's get into gratitude time. Today, I am grateful for the fact that I have the life that I've been given, that I can help others and help them see the beauty in life and understand that they have potential. Wow. This is a very interesting topic, I feel like, and I feel like it touches with me pretty well. Touches to the heart, because I think about this every once in a while. I think about my mortality. And so I want to get into the topic of today.
What's going on?
Of death. And so, by Websters Definition, death is a noun, the act or fact of dying or being killed, the end of a life of a person or an organism. And so the words that kind of counteract death that I've chosen for you guys today is life, live, and alive. Now, life is a noun. Now, this is a pretty long one, but I want you to listen to it because we're going to talk about something in this. The condition that distinguishes animals and plants from inorganic matter, which is like a table, including the capacity for growth, reproduction, functional activity, and continual change preceding death. Now, it's a very important definition. I want you to even write that down or look down below in the notes and really look at it because we're going to talk about it. Live. It's a verb. Remain alive. Now, when I wrote that one in, I was like, live is, I'm going to talk about living life, but I felt like alive was the one we wanted to go down to. So alive is an adjective, which is living, not dead. And I was like, okay, that one's not too great of a description either, but that's literally the definition. So these two words really do play into life. So the number one thing you have to realize about death is imminent. It's going to happen. Whether you choose to try to stop it or not, it will happen. Every living organism dies. Now, the part with that is we don't know when we're going to die. I mean, technically we could decide ourselves when we're going to die, but I'm not going to get into that because I don't condone suicide. I think first of all, if you are struggling and you're thinking about doing something like that, I strongly advise that you call the suicide hotline. I will have it posted down below, but please seek help. You do matter. Your life does matter, and loved ones will miss you, and they love you dearly right now. Moving on. We do not know the day, the minute, the hour, the second we are going to die. We don't know that. We're not given that at birth. The only thing we're given at birth is the time we actually come into this world. So we don't know when we're going to die. Lots of people fear death. They're going to fear, oh my God, today could be the day. You've had a lot of near-death experiences, but we never know the actual day. But, sadly, lots of people are already living lives that are dead. And I know some of you may be offended by this, but it's the truth. If you are not growing mentally or physically or spiritually, then you are dying. You are literally on the downward course to death. The reason why I say this, if you go back to the definition, it says in there, including the capacity for growth, meaning growing spiritually, growing mentally, growing physically, whether working out, eating right, getting your body in shape, functional activity, going out and hiking and moving around rather than being sedentary, continual change, making changes in your diet, making changes in your life to better improve yourself. You seeing what I'm talking about here? You see the definition of life? Yeah. So if you're not growing, if you're not changing, If you're not, active, you're dying. Death is all around us, and many of us are already accepting it sooner rather than later. The food we eat, the air we breathe, the lifestyles we live. And guess what? I'm 100% at fault for this too. I mean, when I was younger, I would eat nothing but fast food, drink tons of soda, all the crap you could think of, and put it in my body. And I am feeling it now. I've made the change. I've grown physically in what I eat and everything, and trying to be more active. Living that sedentary lifestyle of sitting in front of the computer for 5-6 plus hours playing World of Warcraft. It's just, a lot of us live these lifestyles without realizing what it's doing to us. And many of us realize it before it's too late, or realize it too late. And this is why I wanted to talk about this today. Now, I know some of you would be like, oh, well, you're talking about just working out and doing it. Yes, I am talking about those things. But if you think about it, a lot of the leading causes of death, obesity, heart disease, diabetes, all of these different things come from what I'm talking about. They lead to death because of the things we're not doing, because we're not growing, we're not changing, we're not being active. That is life. Death is the opposite of life. Therefore, death is not changing, not growing, not being active. Again, do you see why I said that definition is so important? Life is important. Paying attention to what's around you. Now, going back to that word alive. If you're alive, you know it. If you're living your life, you're going out and you're doing the things that you want to do, you're active, you are alive. You're living your life. It makes me sad that people don't see things. And the thing that I'm talking about, realizing it's too late, it doesn't even have to be you. It could be a loved one. The time that you did not spend with that person, or going and telling them, hey, you should probably eat better. Hey, you should probably exercise more. Guess what? I'm going to come with you and do it. We're going to go together and do these changes together and have our lives be, better for it. So now I want to go into, to wrap all this up, into our Q&A session.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. What?
So Q&A reflection time. I got 3 questions for you. Okay? The first one. What do you do on a daily basis to grow mentally, physically, and or spiritually? Now, for me, I try to eat better. That's one physical change. I try to get some more exercise in and stuff. I'm working on that. Mentally, I read books. I try to learn topics, learn about things even more than what I already know. And spiritually, maybe I meditate a little bit. I read the Bible, things like that. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you doing all 3? Are you doing 1? Do you want to do all 3? Second question. Do you feel like you are wasting your life? That you are literally a tree trunk wasting away, decaying, and being death? Or are you actively living your life? And lastly, this is one of my favorite questions, even outside of this topic. It's one of my favorite questions to ask people. If you woke up tomorrow and you were told that you have 24 hours left to live, that at the end of the 24 hours you would die, what would you do? Think about that one. That's a powerful question, because there are so many responses out there from people. And I think it really shows the character of people when you ask them a question like this. So that's what I got for you guys today on the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it makes you question your mortality a little bit more and understand that every day you wake up is not guaranteed. Every day that you roll out of bed and you're pissed off that you have to go to work or do whatever it is you have to do, remember that there are tons of people not waking up. They are dying before you got up. And that you actually get another day on this earth to do what you were meant to do. With that, I'll leave you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and God bless.